Well, welcome back to the Prospect Hut. Hopefully you like this video and subscribe. I'm going to talk about in this video top 10 Mets prospects according to Baseball Prospectus. And they revealed it this week. I'm a little behind because so much stuff's been going on with the New York Mets, big league club. I'm going to catch up with you. So this is from MetsMinors.net. They do a great job. They're part of Metsmerize. Baseball Prospectus reveals 2025 Mets top prospects. Baseball Prospectus has announced its 2025 New York Mets top prospects, and some of the names are surprising in their rise and fall up the prospect ladder. Here we go. At number 1, right-handed pitcher Brandon Sproat. Sproat has seen his prospect stock take the biggest shot of helium, going from 16th in the organization to 1st. Sprout offers triple-digit velocity and 2 distinct breaking balls, which gives him upside as a 2 or 3 starter if he can harness his command of the zone. Number 2, Jet Williams, infielder, outfielder. Williams, 2024, was derailed by a vast and terrible wrist injury that required surgery, but he was able to get some action in the Arizona Fall League. Williams' stock is still high in the organization as someone who will have a high on-base percentage, high steal output at either second, short, or center field. Number 3, outfielder Carson Bench. Bench, the Mets' 2024 first-round pick, came out as a two-way player, but has since announced he will focus on hitting. Bench offers the ability to play all 3 outfield positions and be a potential 5-2 prospect if everything pans out. At number 4, right-handed pitcher Nolan McLean. McLean decided to focus only on pitching in the second half of the 24 season, and the results showed as he went from unranked to 4th. McLean has already ascended to Double-A and shows 5 distinct pitches, including his sweeper, which Baseball Prospectus called one of the best breaking balls in the minor leagues. Now, I would mention about Nolan McLean. His ceiling could be a very good starter, middle rotation starter, but he could also be a closer because he throws extremely hard. At number 5, right-handed pitcher Jonah Tong. Tong skyrocketed up prospect list with his 24 campaign that saw him pitch at 3 levels with most of the year spent dominating Brooklyn. While he doesn't have elite velocity like the 2 other stars on this list, he relies on deceptive delivery that allows his fastball to play up and his other pitches to thrive. He was a player that wasn't even ranked anywhere a few years ago. At number 6, infielder Jesus Baez. Baez was on the verge of breaking out in 2024 before a torn meniscus cost him the second half of the season. Baez has finally seen to put together his combination of patience, power, and speed in 24, and he can carry that into 2025. He should make it on to most top 100 lists for next season. At number 7, infielder Luis Angel Acuna. Acuna got a cup of coffee with the Mets in September and in the playoff run and had better success than he did at the AAA level. The 2025 season can hold many outcomes for Acuna, playing up the middle and proving if his 2024 stats in Syracuse were to believe or his 24 stats in the major leagues are near to his true potential. There is a question mark whether he'll be with the Mets, to be honest with you. He could be moved in a trade. Or he could be the everyday second baseman. He could be a center fielder. His future is sort of up in the air right now. But the Mets, to be honest with you, in the big league level. He could be up with some other team in the big league level next year. And number 8, Ryan Clifford. Clifford has always had big power, and once the Mets promoted him and his left-handed power away from Brooklyn, the power blossomed while he continued showing strong plate discipline. Clifford needs to become less passive at the plate to be able to tap into his power more often. But he could be the Mets' first baseman of the future. Clifford plays the outfield, but his lack of mobility will probably keep him on the infield. At number 9, Ronnie Mauricio, an infield, of course. The forgotten man, what was the first wave of Mets prospects to debut in 2023. Mauricio has had some setbacks recovering from an ACL tear he suffered in the Dominican League in 2023. While the switch-hitting Mauricio has no defensive home at the moment, he offers real power and speed, and if he can unlock it with the help of the Mets player development, it could be a huge 2025 season for him. Now, I would mention about him, he has a very good arm in the infield. He's got a very good arm. He can play third. In my opinion, he can play second. According to Mets executive Carlos Beltran, he has said that he could be an all-star. but there are issues with him. He has to be able to figure out his aggressiveness and his lack of getting on with walks. So he's got to like figure out a balance there. At number 10, outfielder Drew Gilbert. Gilbert missed nearly all of the 24 season with a hamstring injury, and even when he returned was sitting for a low average, which seemed to come at the expense of selling out for power. Gilbert fell from second in the range to 10th, and if he can't play center field, his outlook changes sign, or his outlook changes. Overall, 4 players who weren't previously ranked made their way into the top 10, which shows some growth in the Mets' player development and drafting. Most notable side on the list, on the downside, was Drew Gilbert going from 2nd to 10th. Now, a couple of things. The Met pitching has ascended in the Met farm system because they implemented the pitching lab, and that's why some of these pitchers are here. Jonah Tonga is a great example of the pitching lab because in 2023, he was walking the ballpark. Walks were very, very high for him, but he really has flew up the Mets charts. And that's the thing about pitching in particular. Pitching, you can get a star pitcher out of nowhere. So also Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom was a guy that was considered a middle reliever, and then you got to the major leagues. You couldn't get him off the mound. You had to start him every game. You had to start him every 5 days. So pitching is it could just happen. All of a sudden, it just clicks. And of course, I would mention also with Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey was considered a number 3 starter. He got to the Mets, he was a number 1 starter. Everybody knows that. Just to give you some more recent comparisons. So these guys, guys coming up through the system could be number 1. They get to the majors and they're not. And guys that have been middle relievers get to the majors and they become stars. So that's how odd pitching is sometimes. And it's been like that for 150 years. So thank you for watching this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.